And well, this is not the camera we were looking for. Oh well, we can move. Yep, and we are back, moving on to round 5 of Swiss, second last round, and here's where things start to get really
interesting.
Well, to be fair, from the start. And players here will be streaming, will be again players who are at X and 1, but now will be 3 and 1. So, well, one player needs no introduction at this point. It is our back-to-back special and regional Malaysian champion, Benjamin Tan.
Yeah, fresh from his victory in the Malaysia regionals. The top prize of I think 1k USD as well as
I don't know.
Sizable chunk of
Speaking
CP.
from a former regional winner to the next.
Yeah.
Justin sadly unable to defend his title in Malaysia this time around. Benjamin Tan
it's okay.
take the crown this time.
Yeah,
and we'll be hoping to add to his tally, especially since with the back-to-back wins in Malaysia of both the Open and the regional, he's suddenly in with a glimmer of a chance of a day 2 invite, especially if he can win again today. And well, after the success he's had over the past few months, you wouldn't want to bet against him.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's bringing the same team that won him.
I would be surprised because he's changed team every time.
Oh well.
He's a mark of a very good player.
Because he's changed team, because he's still trying to feel what is good for his playstyle, perhaps, and maybe
he keeps winning anyway.
Well.
He's a mark of a good player, able to play any sort of team under any sort of circumstances. But let's not count out his opponent prematurely. They are both 3 and 1, and after all, so his opponent is Rayland Low, who isn't quite as high profile as Benjamin, of course.
But
it's hard to be quite as high profile, but he has had some performances. He's cut at least one special event, and it's a regular fixture in our MSS in our mid-season showdowns as well. Excuse me. So his team is going to be it's not Martin versus Dylan. It is going to be Benjamin against Rayland. Rayland's team is going to be the that's a lot of grass. That's Whimsicott, Sarina.
That's Rayland's team.
Swine, Nihiligo, Togekiss, and the Charizard.
Yeah, and Benjamin, I believe, is
what he brought in
Malaysia's team. Tapu Koko, the Gothitelle, Ludicolo, Morwell, Incineroar, and the Politoed. So a Golf Trap with a dash of Rain.
I would reverse the order of that actually.
Rain with a dash of Golf
Trap. Yep.
Yeah, and
it's a very effective team combination because most players' Rain checks don't quite deal as well with Gothitelle. And the thing about Gothitelle is that once you're there, you can't get out.
Yes, and Benjamin also, if he hasn't changed his movesets from the Malaysia, has a nasty surprise in that Politoed does have Perish Song. So his team could easily transition from a Golf Trap to a Perish Song setup. So, and Morwell also, if he can get the right leads trapped in, could easily just decimate Rayland's team with no chance of Rayland being able to switch out.
The Rayland doesn't quite have Benjamin's standard easy targets, with the Sarina in particular able to
block the fake out
from Incineroar and Ludicolo. And he doesn't quite have the physical targets that Morwell thrives by hitting them with foul play either. It's going to be Sarina and Charizard hitting the field for Rayland. Sarina, of course, spotting the Queenly Majesty ability, able to block fake out. In this case, Sucker Punch, but I don't believe Benjamin carries Sucker Punch, so Sarina's ability not going to come into play here, and it will be intimidated and trapped.
Yes.
Though Charizard will take care of the Morwell for it, if it asks nicely.
I think Benjamin was trying to catch perhaps a Togekiss, because you're right in the sense that Morwell's foul play doesn't have a lot of targets, but Morwell's stab and just overall attack power when he's in the Mega Form, I think should be enough to push Benjamin to a win if he's able to play his cards right.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think Benjamin picked up on is that Rayland doesn't have Intimidate. So Morwell and Incineroar for that matter, are free to just do whatever they want.
You look at Rayland's team, you have the Whimsicott, you have the Mamoswine, you have the Togekiss, and Nihiligo all weak to a Morwell. So he was hoping to catch something weak to Morwell and just blow them up on the first
Mamoswine though could blow up Morwell just
with the Earthquake. But intimidated after the
Tectonic Rage maybe?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knows what Z move is on Rayland's team.
Charizard goes for the Mega Evolution, does set up the Sun here, and Incineroar comes in place of Morwell. So that's another Intimidate on the Tassarina.
Charizard goes for the Heat Wave into the Incineroar. Benjamin does favor the Berry, so it's going to take a little bit more than Assault Vest would.
Still pretty small amount, and
there is the Z move. It's going to be the Bloom Doom from the Sarina. Onto the Gothitelle, I suspect.
Yeah, the Morwell target wasn't very nice, and Incineroar not as good.
It's going to be the Bloom Doom here coming out onto Gothitelle, which did protect itself, so you suspect Benjamin kind of had an inkling of where the Z move slot was on Rayland's team.
I don't think it's more of he knows, it's more of at this point he's just trying to feel out Rayland's team so he knows what to expect in the upcoming matches.
Still can't fake out though, but as you pointed out, the Intimidate on the Sarina gonna really stop it from doing a lot of any sort of fighting attacks onto the Incineroar.
Yeah, so Benjamin here, perhaps I guess the best target would be the Charizard, since Tasarina doesn't really threaten anything except perhaps a trap kick or a low kick
And
onto the
-2,
Incineroar.
well,
Yeah, I mean, it is not much. I mean, it is still tempting to go for the Tasarina because of super effective Flare Blitz in the sun or all that damage. But the real threat is the Charizard. Oh, Tasarina goes for Helping Hand actually.
so we do see how we can come out onto the Charizard as Charizard goes for the Air Slash. The Charizard's best option of hitting the Incineroar, but it goes for the Godzilla hoping to get a flinch and a good chunk of damage with the Helping Hand.
We
But
do see
Flare Blitz in the sun, that's gonna wipe out the Sarina barring a Focus Sash.
No, no Focus Sash. We did see the
We did see the
Z
Z move,
Crystal.
yeah. So down goes Sarina, but I think Rayland takes that, especially if Trick Room doesn't go up.
And
But Trick Room
Gothita
does
goes
go
for
up.
Trick Room.
So Rayland kind of fishing for the flinch there, didn't get it.
Yeah, Air Slash as well. Not a very common move on Charizard, but I believe players have been getting around to using that on Charizard.
It's a good option against Incineroar. It's your only option to hit Incineroar already.
And in this case, it deals super effective damage to the Ludicolo on Benjamin's side of the
Yes.
field as well.
As we do see Mamoswine come out here, but probably going to be the slowest thing on the field.
Mamoswine's ability is Stick Fat, correct me if I'm
Yes,
wrong, right?
so the fire weakness is neutralized, but it
in
is still in sun.
Yes. So I'm not entirely sure, but
It will survive
feel-
a hit, but
Yeah.
that's a lot of damage, and Incineroar might just recoil itself into berry range.
that would be ideal actually. But Mamoswine not Cocktail going for the protect, still trying to maintain the trap here, while I guess Incineroar goes for as much damage as possible.
Can I place into the Mamoswine? Or you
I think it has to be the Mamoswine.
Goes for the Mamoswine, that's
That's a lot of damage, but not enough to pick
does
up
he get
the
enough
KO.
recoil for the berry?
Oh,
No,
not quite.
And Mamoswine Rock Slide unintimidated, that should be enough to pick off Incineroar. If it connects, which it does, so no berry for Incineroar, Incineroar goes down. But, well, in comes Mawile. And if Mawile has his own Rock Slide, this game could be done.
Well, you're right. I mean, I didn't consider because I just assumed that Mawile will probably have a single target move. In that case,
Iron Head, yes.
yeah, in that case, if he kills the Mamoswine, then Charizard will pick up the KO. But it is going to be the Politoed which resets the weather.
And Charizard is still trapped in.
And honestly, Politoed can just pick whichever Pokemon he wants to KO. Both Mamoswine and Charizard are both weak to water.
That being said, if Benjamin did focus more on making his Politoed harder to take out, his Skull might not do enough to Charizard.
Yeah, Charizard does boast pretty high special defense as well. Charizard Y, that is. Helping Hand Goth, maybe?
And the thing here is that if he removes the Mamoswine, then it's Parry Song time.
Oh, right.
Rayland will be down to his last
Not
move.
only that, you lock the weather to rain
Yes.
for good. So Benjamin in a pretty good position here, I think.
I think Rayland might have to hit the double here. For
A
two
double
more
protect?
turns. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, I Charizard has to protect 2 more times. In
That's a
fact.
tough call, and Protect doesn't save you from Parry Strong.
Nope. Yeah, Rayland's team doesn't really seem to have the answers to Trick Room. As Charizard just go for the protect here, he might be forced into a double next turn to stall the last turn of Trick Room.
No Protect from the Mamoswine though.
And yep, we do see the Mamoswine getting KO'd here. Maybe a choice item. Unable to protect, we don't know that. We haven't seen the item on the Mamoswine, as we do see Score of Politoed come out onto Charizard.
Correct.
Rayland's forced to reveal his last Pokemon and stall the last turn of Trick Room.
And I believe now it is time for Politoed to sing his final song.
Yes. No pressure on a Politoed to do anything else. Especially against 2 monsters that are weak to water.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, you could just go for double target. Although,
No,
Trick Room
at
should
this
be
point
running.
you just predict that Rayland tries to go for a double protect and just Parry Song anyway. Because you're not threatened at all. Yeah, we do see he's going for a double protect, but Benjamin just going to Parry Song. He doesn't need to score here.
Oh wow, Rayland does get
But
both.
Parry Song. Side shock here. Yep. Do we see Parry Song come out from the Politoed? There we go. Parry Song.
Oh,
Rayland just forced to a terrible position under Trick Room, weak to water, in the rain.
and his damage output has also been severely nerfed. Charizard does not enjoy operating under rain. His only real option is the Nightly Go, but can't really pick up KO. Perhaps the Gothitelle?
At this point, the thing here is that Benjamin has a very free series sequence of moves which will guarantee a win. A double protect here, guarantee you don't take damage. That's 1 turn of Parry Song. The next turn, it doesn't matter what happens. Even if you lose both your mons, the last one comes in, and the third turn of Parry Song, the third one protects, and that's game over. And there's nothing Rayland can do about it. And he recognizes that. He's going to forfeit here.
Oof.
That was unfortunate because I'm not sure Rayland had any answers. Because even if he had attacked on that turn, maybe KO Gotitel. It's still a very unfavorable position for him when Mawile comes back in.
Yes.
Because he still has no easy answer to Politoed. And once Trick Room runs out, Politoed becomes the last one to die on the Perish Song. And between Nihilego and Charizard in the rain, Rayland didn't have an answer.
It's honestly difficult. Usually I would give the Charizard player a better odds of winning because of the Mega Evolution against Politoed. But Gotitel, yeah, somewhat shifts that a bit. Not only that, the Mawile, he has to check the Mawile somehow. It just destroys 4 Pokemon on his team. So he did prepare for it. He brought, as we saw, the Charizard, the Mamoswine to a certain extent, could threaten with its stab ground attacks.
But Mamoswine is severely curtailed by Intimidate.
But Benjamin just did a bait and switch. He's like, oh, okay, you're gonna threaten my Mawile. Alright, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch out and I'm going to sing. And that was his end game plan, which won him the first round. First game, I should say. And very quickly moving on to the second, with Benjamin one game up on Rayland. How does Rayland adjust is the question. There's so many things that Mawile threaten that he has to answer it somehow. At the same time, he has to juggle so many things like the rain.
Togekiss into Mawile. Oh, no Mawile at least. But
it's
still an Intimidate landing on the Sarina. And once again, yeah, the problem here for Rayland is that there's no room for error. Whatever you lead is going to be locked in. And he has no easy one-shot answer to Gotitel no matter what. He has no super effective move that can one-shot a Gotitel. Which means that no matter what, he can't remove Gotitel in turn 1. Which means that his leads are always going to be trapped.
Honestly, I think the best option now would be Gracia.
Maybe you don't bring physical attackers because he can't function when Intimidate keeps locking him in, I think.
S-slash, no switches.
Oh, looks like his best option is the...
High jump kick, but Incineroar dodges that swiftly. And Incineroar goes for the U-turn here.
And that's going to be a KO.
Not quite. Okay, it is.
Have you noticed Sarina's physical defense?
No, I choose to believe in the bulk of Pokemon, no matter how frail.
Well, now both players have to think about. Benjamin has to think about: do I assume Trick Room goes up or not because of the S/60% chance to flinch?
I think Mawile is still a pretty good choice here because Togekiss is.
But now Charizard comes in to answer though. Charizard doesn't even have to Mega. Oh, but no flinch. I think that's it. I think that turn 1 just decided it. I don't need a miss method that much. It's still an intimidated Sarina onto using a non-same type attack bonus high jump kick on a bulky Incineroar.
I guess he would still have liked the damage, and it is the Mamoswine coming in.
Yeah, and Rayland also doesn't have any intimidate at all.
And the Mawile is probably just going to Mega Evolve and destroy everything. I guess Togekiss can learn Flamethrower and Fire Blast.
And they do have a double chance to burn.
Yes.
But in that case, the Mawile just goes for the Togekiss.
Yep. Has to be.
I might have to. Togekiss might just follow me.
Or another play would be the Togekiss follow me away the attack and Mamoswine
tech rage at this point. Earthquake's not going to be enough. Mawile has decent physical bulk.
Especially now as Mega Evolved, and we do see the Iron Hit. No Follow Me coming out. Should be able to destroy the Mamoswine.
Yep, no Sash either.
Fire Blast, Flamethrower. At the same time, you don't expect that from a support Togekiss, I feel.
No, Heat Wave is fairly common.
Oh, okay. S-slash once again.
It's gonna be S-slash.
Hoping for the flame. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah. So that's another 25% on the Gotitel. It's really hard to stomach.
It's hard. Yeah, now Charizard comes out, and I do believe the Mawile carries Rock Slide.
Even if Mawile, Benjamin at best would want to trade the Togekiss here so that he still comes out on top. And you assume that there's Politoed at the back as well. So
yeah, he's forced to Mega Evolve here. Was he? I think Mega Evolve he loses guaranteed.
But if you don't, the chances of killing Mawile as well, I don't think are very high.
I think you have to hope for a crit. Oh, but
Rock Slide,
anyway.
there you go.
Yeah, so I think it's immaterial. Charizard couldn't take a Rock Slide.
Oh,
that was absolutely dominant game 2 for Benjamin.
Oh. What's that Chinese race? Oh. Never mind. But yeah, it was honestly, I don't really blame Rayland. It wasn't really so much of bad play on his part. It's just
how do you build a team that's this weak to Trick Room though in 2018?
He got to 3-1 with this team, mind you. So
the strangest thing is that Rayland's a big fan of playing Trick Room himself. Rayland was the main player who played Hard Trick Room in 2017 with the likes of Mimikyu.
Snorlax, yeah, Mimilex. He was the first one to use Mimilex, I believe, in Singapore. One of the first few.
His teams were just so focused on Hard Trick Room. And here he is getting rode by Hard Trick Room.
Well, I really wouldn't call it Hard Trick Room per se, but yeah, Morwell under Trick Room is absolutely devastating.
And oh my goodness, his team is so weak to Morwell.
1, 2, 3, 4. Honestly, the only checks are Mamoswine, Charizard, and Mamoswine just dies to Morwell as well.
At the end of the day, he just had no answer to Gothitelle. Look at it. Look at his 6. Maybe he had Taunt on Whimsicott, but if he had, I think he would have brought it.
It doesn't matter whether he has Taunt or not. What matters is he couldn't break Gothitelle fast enough to get out of the lock and enable switching so that he could maneuver.
I think he had one option, which was helping in Sarina overheat. I think that was it.
At the same time though, Morwell is such a big threat that he can't really
Exactly.
that's
what happened in game 1. Where he went for the double into the Morwell slot. No, actually he doubled the Gothitelle. That was odd too.
Was it with a Protect? No, yeah, it was a Protect into a Gracium into a Protect.
It was a Gracium Heat Wave into the Gothitelle slot.
And there was just so much control coming out from Benjamin's side. Not only do you have the Gothitelle trap, you have 2 Intimidates, rendering Tasrina's somewhat mediocre attack even worse, making the Z Crystal a Z move normally something that most players would try to scout out and plan around. Pretty much a non-factor at that point.
Well, to be fair, Sarina's attack isn't the highest. It's 120, I believe.
Yeah, and the support options on Rayland's side weren't that fantastic either. He obviously had the Whimsicott with the Tailwind. Doesn't matter so much because Gothitelle was always going for the Trick Room mode.
Still though,
so he couldn't really bring that.
The issue with that is that if you're weak to Gothitelle, then you're likely equally weak to stuff like Cresselia. Which meant that he really doesn't have an answer to Trick Room on that particular team build. Which, again, as a player who played so much Trick Room last season,
a bit surprising.
Really surprising.
Oof.
That he would leave his team so open to the sort of tricks that he himself used to play.
I think it's fine. The meta core has shifted away. There was a time when Hard Trick Room was the core, I think, with Star Raptor final gambiting into things.
No, not so much Hard Trick Room, but definitely Trick Room as a general support option used to be a lot more common.
Yeah.
Even Cresselius are opting for more Icy Wind than Trick Room.
And I mean,
even
Martin Theo has dropped like his Trick Room team as well. Although,
that was
to be fair,
there was more because, you know, he finally got tired of missing 80% hypnosis.
Yeah, but a lot of, I think, players have chosen other modes of speed control.
But at the same time,
Trick Room.
It does show that Benjamin just made an excellent meta core of his own. He showed in Malaysia regionals, and he's showing again today. He made the right calls with his team building, with his team choices, with his approach to both games. He saw that there was just no answer to the Gothitelle, led the Gothitelle, positioned his Morwell, and won the game. Easily, handily both times. That's really well played from Benjamin. And he moves on very deservedly with a 4-1 record on course for a top cut. Even with a loss in the next round, with a good chance, though obviously it's Benjamin, he'll want to win out. And we will be speaking to him shortly, so stay tuned.
Oh man. here we are with Benjamin, the winner of the Malaysia Regionals. Now, it looks like on his way to become one of the top contenders in the Singapore Open as well. So first of all, congratulations on your victory. A very strong and convincing series of matches, if I have to say.
Yeah, I have no idea what team is that. I just, oh no.
Yeah, I mean, could you perhaps share some thoughts on how you're feeling perhaps when you're facing against Rayland?
I mean, Rayland is well known for like interesting, unique, unorthodox team. One of the high showdown, like I mean the ladderers on the Meta Sport and some other things. But it's just I'm not surprised like what is he bringing. It's just that I have no idea how to play against his team.
Yeah, you were telling me earlier you almost picked out into Tassarinas.
When I have instant I almost picked out. Oh wait, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time I can't really say too much about Rayland because despite what his team looks right, he is at 3-1 and facing you. So honestly, I think it is really bad matchup. He's just so weak to Mawao up to the point where
Rain.
Yeah. And I thought in game 1 especially, it was pretty smart of you to put out Mawao and then pull a bait, and so it's like, okay, you're gonna bring out Charizard, which is gonna counter my Mawao. Okay, then I bring Polito and now you're trapped in rain, you can't do anything.
I was really afraid of like a feint onto my Gotitel and then overheat, but it's like it's not gonna OCO me, so it's gonna proc my berry. But then when he reviewed Helping Hand, that's when I have to play very safe because overheat guaranteed OCO on Gotitel after the Helping Hand. So it's have to get rain into my position. So
to nerf the Charizard's damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, aside from as Matthew has mentioned earlier, you usually like to change teams a lot. So what made you decide to, for once, like use the same team for today?
That I had a discussion with my friend Nicole online. Like we tried to try many things. I tried Salamence. I tried Mimikyu, I tried Chalk even.
Whoa, okay.
Then I'm like, okay, so man, it's like Singaporeans like to use Charizard, why? But it's like, what if there's Metagross? It's just auto lose. And Chalk is like, I'm very sure everyone here is prepared for Chalk, right?
Well, this version of Chalk, I'm not too familiar, but if it is something, usually I wouldn't say this is true, but usually Singaporeans are a bit slow to uptake on the more recent trends in the international meta. Like for a very long time, like I can't remember where Metagross Zen Headbutt was the thing. I think people were still running stuff like Charizard Y that countered Metagross. So I wouldn't really call it like they are just lazy. It's just a bit slow to update themselves, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever suits you and is doing well.
Yeah. As long as the performance is there and you can play the team. I mean, I would say that this is also in defense to, I suppose, Rayland. It doesn't matter what your team looks like or whether it's subpar. What I feel is most important is that you are comfortable with the team, so you know, that you can play to your 100%, even if your team is not 100%.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess this team might not really. Is this team your 100%? Do you think, or do you think you can innovate even further?
I mean, it won me a regional, so
yeah.
I also have a Gardevoir team that won me a special event, so it's like between those two,
Well, I'm sure Matthew will have very strong words about Gardevoir. But nonetheless, congratulations on your victory. Yeah. Looking strong to become a Singaporean Open champion as well.
No.
No stress. But yeah, at the very least, you've locked in your Worlds invite. So on that, I congratulate you. And all the best for chasing day 2.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah. Also, stay tuned for the final round.